I think it's time to invite the children in. Telephone meditation can be practiced at home or maybe at the office also. Even if you have a beeper with you, you can practice telephone meditation. Every time the telephone rings, take it as the bell of mindfulness. Stay where you are and practice breathing in, calming, breathing out, smiling. You can do that. You can afford to do that. Because if the person has something really important to tell you, she will wait. She will not hang up before the first or the second. Breathing in, I calm myself. Breathing out, I smile. That's what you do while you listen to the bell. The bell must suddenly appear somewhere and is inviting you to breathe and smile. Isn't that wonderful? When the telephone rings, you may have some kind of vibration in yourself. It's not calming. It is stirring a little bit. Who is calling? Good news or bad news? That kind of unknown questions in yourself. Very often you run to the telephone as if that is the most important thing. You do not attend to yourself like you attend to the telephone. So stay where you are and resist. Resist being a victim of your telephone. And that proves that you are quiet yourself. Breathing in, calming, breathing out, and smiling. You prove to be yourself. Resistance. And when it rings for the second time, you can still do that. And this time you are real calm. And you are really smiling. Your smile is now more solid than the first time. If you are a beginner in telephone meditation. And when you hear the third sound, you go to the telephone in the way we practice walking meditation. Go slowly, prove that you are quiet yourself with dignity. You know that there are very busy people who know that from time to time they should have a break in order not to have a breakdown. And the way businessmen take a break is like this. After having solved one problem, they light a cigarette and they sit back and they take one in breath and one out breath. Exactly like we do, but with one cigarette. They do not pay attention to the in breath and out breath, but they do have some kind of stopping. Because when they do that, they really forget about business. They want the business world to be stopped entirely so that they can enjoy the breathing in and the breathing out with nicotine. And thanks to that, they have a moment of break from time to time. It's very helpful to them. But for us who know how to practice deep breathing and enjoy our breathing in and out flower fresh, we don't need a cigarette. We can do very well with just air. And when you go to the telephone during the third ringing, you still practice breathing in and out. Breathing in, calming, breathing out, smiling. And when you pick up the telephone, you say hello, you are still breathing and smiling. You are now your better self. And this is not only good for you, but good for the other person who is calling. You are fresh, you are calm, you are smiling. That's for his benefit. And if you are the one who is calling, you may practice like this. There is a gatha in the gatha book like this in English. Words can travel thousands of miles, They are to build up more mutual acceptance and understanding. I vow that my words will be like gems. I vow that my words will be fresh like flowers. You write down these 4 lines and stick it to your telephone. Every time you want to make a phone call, touch the phone with your left hand and practice breathing in, reciting silently 1 line, breathing out, reciting silently the 2nd line. And after you finish the gatha, you have breathing in 2 times and breathing out 2 times. Now you are qualified to make a telephone call. The next thing I would like you to bring home is driving meditation. When you drive, enjoy driving. Do not think of arriving, because driving can be a pleasure, and you can practice breathing in and out, enjoy the present moment. You arrive every second, so you drive relaxingly. When you come at a red light, don't be angry at the red light. The red light is not an enemy. Before the practice, you think that the red light prevents you from arriving there. So you don't like the red color very much. But if you practice, you find out that the red light is a friend, Bodhisattva calling you to go back to the present moment. So you look at the red light and smile and sit back and enjoy your breathing in, calming, breathing out, smiling. You know that sometime at the point of arrival, things are not as good as when you are driving. And it's like walking. If we keep thinking about the destination, we sacrifice the walking. And walking is wonderful. Life is a walk. And you should be able to enjoy each step you make. There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. There is no way to peace. Peace is the way. There is no way to enlightenment. Enlightenment is the way. Because each step like that can make you awake. Being aware of everything that is in you and around you. You can see the flowers. And if you think of the arrival, and then you ignore everything that is there in life. And therefore life is a walk. And you should be able to enjoy each step you make. If you keep thinking of arriving, of the destination, you should remember that the final destination is not so joyful. It's your own funeral. So why arrive? Why arrive? It's better not to arrive. And therefore, we should go into the direction of life. And you know where life is. It is in the present moment. So walking like that, but driving is also like that. Enjoy your driving, arrive at every moment. And if you are young, if you do not drive, you might help. Every time daddy is absorbed or mommy is absorbed in his thinking or her thinking, smile and remind them to breathe and enjoy your company, because you are flowers in the car and they should remember that you are there. They should not be possessed by projects, future and past and so on. This is driving meditation. We can practice every day. Now, hugging meditation, the last thing I would like to offer you today. It's from time to time you feel a little bit alone and neglected. You want to have some attention of your mother or of your father, but they are too busy. And sometimes you come gently to get some affection, some attention, but they don't seem to be paying enough attention to you. So I think hugging meditation, if accepted by the family, would be a wonderful way to do it. In order to get a hug, you do like this. You breathe in and out 3 times in order to become your best, fresh, smiling. to make yourself available first. It's very important. And the best way to make yourself available is to breathe in and out deeply. And then you come to that person that you want a hug from. And you make a bow like this. And then she know that you want a hug. He would know that you want a hug. At that time, he should stop everything. Because hugging here is a meditation. It is the most important thing to do. Whatever project he is making, whatever work he is doing, whatever kind of worries he is absorbed in, and then he has to stop and to make himself available to you. Because when someone is himself or herself and bow to you like this, you cannot do anything else. You have to make yourself available to him or to her. So your daddy, your mommy will practice breathing in, out 3 times to recover herself. And then after that, smiling fresh, she will open her arm to you and you practice hugging. Now both of you are available. Availability is made by deep breathing. And then when you take her in your arms, you practice like this. Breathing in, I know she is alive in my arms. Breathing out, I feel so happy. Like that. And when you embrace a brother, a sister, mommy, daddy, you embrace like that. It is called hugging meditation, very deep. And you should not do it for the sake of the form. You hug really very deeply. That is a very important moment of your life. And in a lifetime, if people do not hug like that at least once, they have not been alive at all. There are 2 levels of practice. The first level is easy, but the second level is difficult. It has to do with that meditation. The second level has 4 breathings. The first level has 3 breathings alike. Breathing in, he is in my arms, alive. Breathing out, I feel so happy. And 3 times like that, without patting on the back of the other person. Sometimes you are not really yourself. You are not really there, so you pretend to be there. So you do this. And I know if you hug me like that and you pat on my back like that, I know that you are pretending to be entirely present. But if you are really there after 3 deep breathing and you hug me, you don't have to do anything, and I feel it very deeply. I feel very happy. 3 times like that. The second level is deeper and more dangerous. The first breathing is exactly the same. Breathing in, I know that he is alive in my arms. Breathing out, I am so happy. The second is very difficult. Breathing in, I see myself already dead, and she is alive. Breathing in, that's the third breath. Breathing in, she is already dead in my arm, and breathing out, I am alive. And then when the fourth comes, go back to the first, like the first. Breathing in, she is alive in my arm. Breathing out, I am alive, so I am so happy. So the first and the fourth are the same, but in different intensity. You are much more aware of impermanence, and you are much happier in the fourth. So from time to time, practice the second level. You know, hugging meditation I created by myself, because in my country, we do not have the habit of hugging each other in public like that. So the first time I went to this country and met Dr. Martin Luther King, an assistant of his, a lovely lady, wanted to hug me, and I refused. I refused because I did not know how to hug. And after I left her, I felt a little bit uneasy. I saw that it must be frustrating for her. She wants to hug me to express her sympathy, her concern, not only to me but to the people of my country who were suffering so much, and I did not allow her to hug. That's not so good. So I decided next time I will do better. So I went to Atlanta, Georgia, and where I was welcomed by a couple who were both poets. I spoke several times in churches about the situation of the war in Vietnam, and I read poetry at their home. Many friends came. And the next morning, the lady brought me to the airport. And she was thinking of something, hesitating, and I asked her. And she said she wants to hug me. I had learned the first lesson. I said that you should learn because you are here in North America. You should learn the way people do here in order to create a better communication. So when she asked, Thầy, may I hug you? I said, why not? So she hugged me, but I did not know how to respond very well. I was a little bit too stiff. I made another mistake. So sitting on the plane, I told myself, now you have to learn it to do it correctly. Because I do not want to do things superficially. If you don't hug, it's okay, but if you do the hugging, you have to do it properly and deeply. So I brought in the conscious breathing in order for the hug to be real, to be true. And I share with friends about hugging. And this is an example of the encounter between the East and the West. Hugging is your product, and deep breathing is our product. And when the two come together, it may bring about something wonderful. It is hugging meditation. It is like tea, you know. Asia has discovered the tea leaves that you appreciate very much, the British first. And when you brought the tea back home, you have invented what, you know? Tea bags. We don't have tea bags in our country. And the tea bag is so handy, so practical, and that is the fruit of the encounter between East and West. I remember that Arnold Toynbee, that famous historian of Great Britain, he said that the most remarkable thing that will happen in this century is the encounter between Buddhism and the West. I think one of the things that are born for our practice and enjoyment is hugging meditation. First, the young people, when you hear the sound of the bell, you slowly stand up, you breathe 3 times, and you go to one of your parents, and you practice hugging meditation very deeply, enjoy that practice. And then every one of us, if you have a spouse, a partner, a friend, a Dharma brother, a Dharma sister, it's time to learn the practice now in order to bring it home.
Đừng tìm về quá khứ.
This concludes The Art of Mindful Living with Thich Nhat Hanh. Music by the monks and nuns of Plum Village from Drops of Emptiness, available through Sounds True. To order additional copies of this audio learning program, or to receive a free catalog of over 500 transformational audio and video tapes, please call Sounds True 800-333-9185 or write the Sounds True catalog, P.O. Box 8010, Boulder, Colorado 80306. You can also visit us on the World Wide Web, www.soundstrue.com. Thank you for listening.
Phải tin tiến hôm nay kéo ngày mai không kịp.